Tottenham versus Chelsea, Mourinho versus Tuchel. It is the big one. It is the big one. Massive game, a massive test. This will show us where we are. Where are we? What level are Chelsea at? Especially with Thomas Tuchel, the maestro, coming in as manager of Chelsea Football Club. Where are we as a football club? Beating Burnley convincingly, putting a really good performance against Wolves. The dates are on. The honeymoon period is full underway. But how are we going to perform against a resolute shall I say, a good Tottenham side that are in poor form, but they have top players? How are we going to face against the Big Six? Because we haven't beaten a top team in so long. We haven't beaten a top six team this season. It's going to be interesting. But catch me and let's get straight into today's preview. Hello and welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Belay and this is your preview for the Chelsea versus Tottenham game at White Hart Lane. Tomorrow evening, 8 PM kickoff in the Premier League. A massive game. Both clubs aspiring to get into the top four positions for the Champions League qualification. And both clubs are in desperate need of 3 points. Especially Tottenham, where they've lost their last couple of games, losing to Brighton 1-0, diabolical performance, and of course getting thrashed by Liverpool at home. Situation is not looking good for Tottenham. Tottenham fans are screaming Jose out. It's all a madness. It's all a madness in North London. But, at Chelsea, things are rosy. Things are very rosy. Now, in this preview, I'll be going into my predicted lineup, giving you guys two possible formations. I've gone for a 3 at the back and a 4 at the back. I'll be giving my score prediction at the end, how tactically Thomas Tuchel can outclass Jose Mourinho and secure those 3 points tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening as well, I'll be doing a watch-along. So catch me on this channel, so make sure you hit the bell notification and subscribe to my channel if you're not in here. There will be a watch along, so catch me on that, my first ever watch along on this channel, so make sure you hit the bell notification. But let's get straight into it. Now, of course, as I said, it's a massive test. How are Chelsea going to line up? Now, the first possible formation, which is the two essentially formations that Thomas Tuchel's been using in his first 2 games, which is the 3 at the back formation. In his past game, he used Mendy, Azpilicueta, Silva, Rudiger as a back 3, Marcos Alonso, Callum, Hudson-Odoi as his wing backs, Jorginho and Kovacic as his pivot, and he had Mason Mount, Mason Mount, Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham. However, for this specific game, I've gone for the same formation with similar personnel. However, of course, there are some personnel changes. Now, I'll be delving into what Thomas Tuchel said in his press conference in a moment. But essentially, Kai Havertz and Clarets and Zouma are massive doubts for this game. Thomas Tuchel mentioned in his press conference that they have some issues, they have some knocks, and they're not completely ruled out for tomorrow night, but they are highly unlikely to feature. So we'll have to wait and see. So for that purpose, for that reason, taking into context of everything he said regarding injury updates, I'm not going to include either Clarets and Zouma or Kai Havertz in my 2 predicted lineups. Now, the first one, as I said, is a 3 at the back. Mendy in goal, understandable. Rudiger, Silva, Azpilicueta. You don't change what's not broken, as they always say. Don't fix what's not broken. There's no point changing it. I think it's, as I said, Zouma's injured anyway. I think that Azpilicueta has been solid at right centre back. He scored a fantastic goal last game. Callum Hudson-Odoi, back-to-back man and match performances. He gets his start back in right wing position. He's got that free role. I'll be getting into my tactics in a second. Marcos Alonso got the winner against Burnley as well. He retains the position at left wing back. First time I'm mentioning that on this channel for a long time. Jorginho, Kovacic pivot I've gone for. I'll explain why in a second tactically. Christian Pulisic because Timo Werner's on poor form and Kai Havertz is injured. Mason Mount on the right hand side and Tammy Abraham up front. That is the first possible my predicted lineup that I think he will go for if we did potentially play the 3 back. Now, let me delve into some tactics. Why have I gone for this for certain personnel? Some of you may be thinking, why is N'Golo Kante not playing? Understandable. N'Golo Kante is match fit. He is ready to play. There's a main reason why I haven't gone for it. Number one, Jorginho Kovacic have been superb and magnificent in the previous 2 games. Again, you don't want to disrupt that momentum that's going between the 2 players. It doesn't make any sense as good as Kante is. Secondly, I think Jorginho Kovacic, they play the ball better. They've got more technical ability, therefore they've got better ball progression. They're better on the ball. Especially Kovacic transitions the play. Moves the ball nicely, fantastic ball progression, nice diagonal passes. You could say the same for Jorginho. Dictates the game of the play, especially Tottenham, who are in such poor form. An early goal from Chelsea would completely kill their confidence, and a team already shot in confidence. A Jose Mourinho team that's on the brink of collapse at the moment, complete collapse. And I think if you control that midfield with Jorginho and Kovacic, moving the play nicely, spraying those diagonal balls, controlling and dictating that midfield, we can run all over Tottenham. So I think it's key that we control the midfield. And I think with Jorginho and Kovacic, with their technical ability and their passing range, they can easily control that game, especially full of experience. Wing backs. Alonso, of course, His natural position is left wing back. He's better than Ben Chilwell in that specific position. He scored our goal. So again, Alonso loves to play against Tottenham. He always scores against Tottenham. He's always fired up for this game. You have to include Alonso. Hudson-Odoi, he gets a free roll at that right wing spot. Back-to-back man, the match performances, his dribbling, his agility, his movement in the half spaces, disrupting, those opposition back lines. Operating in 2 lines. His link-up play, his movement. He got the assist for the Azpi goal. He's been creating havoc consistently under Thomas Tuchel in the previous 2 games. Of course, Hudson-Odoi has to retain his position at the right wing spot. Pulisic as well. Timo Werner's off form. I wouldn't play him, although I would bring Timo Werner on later. Havertz is injured, as I said, so he won't be in the starting 11. Mason Mount, because of the energy, the pressing that he brings, he can press the Tottenham back 4. He's got a lot of energy as well. His link-up play is good. His passing range is nice. Abraham, again, Werner on poor form. Giroud, I don't think is mobile enough for this game. I think for this specific game, having a pacey striker like Abraham to run it behind would be more useful than having Giroud. Even though Giroud is better at link-up play, he's got more experience. I think the fact he's quite slow is not going to suit the attacker. So therefore, I think Tammy Abraham is more suited for this formation. And that's the first possible formation and the personnel that Thomas Tuchel could potentially use. Now, of course, another formation that Thomas Tuchel could utilise is, of course, the 4-2-3-1 formation, his most predominantly used formation when he was manager at PSG and Dortmund, and I think this is the most formation that he will use at his time at Chelsea. Mendy in goal, as again, Chilwell at left back because he's a natural left back, much better than Alonso, again one of the best left backs in the Prem in his position. Reece James at right back, Rudiger Silva as a 2 centre backs, Jorginho and Kovacic as our pivot, Mason Mount as a number 10, Pulisic left wing, Hudson-Odoi right wing, and Timo Werner up front. Now, why haven't I gone Abraham? I've gone Timo Werner up front because I believe that as an out-and-out striker, linking up with the likes of Mason Mount in the half spaces, linking up with Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, making those runs in behind, running it, in behind the shoulders, making those runs off the shoulder, I think would be much better suited for Werner than in that left wing spot in that 3 at the back formation. Hence why I've gone for Timo Werner up front here. Again, he could use either the 4 at the back or the 3 at the back. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. This is the thing with Thomas Tuchel, man. He always has a trick up his sleeve. He could use anyone. He could use any sort of personnel. He could use any sort of formation. He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of coach. And it's going to be interesting to see what lineup he proposes tomorrow. I'm interested to see what happens. But we'll have to wait and see in that one. This is a must-win game for both clubs. Both clubs on 33 points apiece. Tottenham do, however, have a game in hand. However, if we do beat him tomorrow, no matter what happens after that, in retrospect, no matter what happens to Tottenham Hotspur, even if they win the next game, Chelsea will still be ahead of them, especially on goal difference, if we win tomorrow. So tomorrow is a must-win. We're currently 7th in the table. Tomorrow, if results go in our way and we beat Tottenham, we could potentially be in 5th place, which is huge. A huge milestone, a huge step since Thomas Tuchel's entered the frame and became our manager. But tomorrow is the big one. Jose Mourinho against Thomas Tuchel. Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea. Who is going to win? Will it be a draw? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. I'm excited for tomorrow. A big watch along tomorrow as well. It's going to be great. Hopefully Chelsea get the 3 points. A massive London derby, our most hated rivals. I believe in my team. The form that we're in, the momentum that we're carrying in, the manager, the vibes, the honeymoon period, the fact that Jose is on the brink. Tottenham are in complete turmoil as a football club. Hundreds of £1 million in debt. Essentially Tottenham in turmoil in the sense of, Harry Kane injured, poor form, lost to Brighton, didn't create a clear-cut chance, got thrashed by Liverpool. They're on a very bad state, very, very bad position, and there's so much that we can exploit tactically in that Tottenham defence, in that Tottenham back line. I'm looking forward to what Thomas Tuchel is going to propose to us in tomorrow's game, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm going for a 2-0 away Chelsea victory. What are you guys going to go for? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But if you'd enjoy this preview, don't forget to smash like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll catch all of you guys tomorrow in a new video of mine. But I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.